parishioners. Welcome to tonight's coffee chat. Typically is in the morning, but we had to do a little bit of an evening coffee chat tonight. It's all good. Today we have Mary and JP, and they're going to talk to us about a challenge that JP came up with. So JP, can you kind of give us an idea of what the challenge is?
So as you can see on the poster, the challenge is to pray a Hail Mary every time you pick up your phone. So sort of how this came about is during Mary's lecture, one of the activities that we did was we took our phones and we looked at how many times on average we picked up on our phones. And we looked and it was pretty sad. I mean, 70s, 80s, hundreds, you know.
Wow.
It was a lot. And she said, you know what, y'all should create posters of challenges that people should do to bring themselves closer to God during Advent and to disconnect from the outside world. And so immediately what I thought would be funny is to say, well, Jesus didn't have a phone, so why should you? Because, you know, that's just kind of goofy.
Your point.
And I brought it up to my small group and they were like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. And so that's what we did. And I wasn't expecting it to turn out that way, but it did. Mm-hmm. And while we were discussing, you know, what should this challenge be? We were thinking, you know, at least for me, whenever I do anything that's like spiritual related and I have to do something, I'm like, oh, I have to do this. But with this challenge to pray one Hail Mary every time you pick up your phone, you have an option. You can either, you know, pick up your phone and say a Hail Mary, or just not pick up your phone. And either way, it's good, but you have an option. So it sort of tricks you into obeying. I know that's the way it works for me personally. But you know, number one, it'll dissuade you from picking up your phone as much because you know you don't want to like spend a minute before every time. You know, you don't want to spend 70 minutes praying before picking up your phone. It's not very time efficient. But also, you don't want to pick up your phone because, you know, that disconnects you from God. You know, every time you take out your phone, it sort of takes you out of the moment. And it takes you away from God. It takes away from the silence that you experience. Yeah. And so that's sort of what we thought of there.
Yeah. And what I like about that is it has both an element of fasting to it and of praying to it. Because like what you're saying, it's going to dissuade us from picking it up so much. But then also when we do pick up our phones, it's going to take us first and foremost into that prayer with the Lord.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a win-win. You can't lose.
It really is.
And it kind of goes, I mean, I went to church in Greensboro actually this past Sunday, and he mentioned that Advent is also a time of penance. It's not just the Lent season, but even this Advent season, and this is a great way that you're giving up, you know, your phone to give more time to Jesus. So it goes hand in hand with that. So I think it's a great concept, and I think I'm going to do it actually, even though I'm not in youth group. But I do encourage everyone, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of spiritual growth with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, and I'm glad that that's your answer, because that's what we were hoping for, is not just something for, you know, the youth group to participate in, but really all of the parish. Yeah. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, for sure, because you can't go wrong with this. I mean, if you're watching this on Christmas Eve, and you're like, oh crap, I forgot to do anything for Advent. You could do this for one day, and it can't hurt you, you know. So, but yeah, I'd recommend you know, everyone to do something like this, because you know, I know at least for me, my phone takes away a lot of time from time that I could be praying and reflecting on God and things like that. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys being here I know it's 5:30 at night, taking away time from your schedule to be here with us and share this challenge with everyone. And on another note, because this is all about volunteers and everything as well, so we are still looking for people to participate in the Christmas Eve choir and also the nativity scene. More specifically, we do need older boys, so teenagers, to be Joseph, the wise men, and so on. So, you know, it's just around the corner. So if you are interested, please call the parish and ask for me, Yvette Welch, and I'll help you. But thank you so much, guys, and cheers. You know,
yeah,
you
cheers.
go. Woo!
Happy Advent.
Cheers at home.
I think that was good. good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Rocked it, dude!
Awesome.
You rocked
Yeah,
it!
well,
He's got his McDonald's.
here, yeah. Why don't you